Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into a specific text. It's from Daily Heavenly Manna, June 30, and it references Matthew 13.30.
That's right. And our aim really is to unpack the intense feeling of urgency and purpose in this passage.
Exactly, especially around this idea of the harvest.
Right.
We're just exploring the ideas here, presenting them neutrally.
Absolutely.
And what strikes you, right away, are those opening lines. They don't just set a scene, they really grab your attention.
Yeah. The time is short, the harvest work is great, the laborers are few, our time is consecrated.
It's incredibly direct. How does it manage to create such a strong sense of, critical timing right out of the gate like that?
Well, I think it's the lack of ambiguity, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's just no room left for putting things off.
Mm-hmm.
The text establishes this belief that time isn't merely passing, it's actually, running out for a very specific, crucial task.
So not just general busyness.
No, not at all. It's pointing to a sort of unrepeatable window for vital action, almost like a once-in-a-lifetime chance you just can't miss.
Okay, that makes sense. And then it builds on that, talking about working while it is called day, knowing that a night cometh wherein no man can work.
Right.
So beyond just time is short, what's that metaphor really suggesting about opportunity as presented here? It feels like an unavoidable deadline is coming.
Precisely. Yeah, it implies a definite end, a cutoff point for the action. Okay. It's not a vague maybe someday situation. It's about now, this active moment that, it won't come again. And the commitment level. It's serious.
You mean the consecrated, even unto death part?
Exactly. Consecrated here means, completely dedicated, set apart just for this one single purpose.
Wow.
And this focus, it's tied directly to being commissioned to the great Lord of the harvest.
The ultimate authority figure in this context.
Yes, the divine guide, you could say. Commissioned to seek out the true wheat.
Which is an actual grain, right? It's a metaphor.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a symbol for those people who are, let's say, ready to be gathered into this important purpose or community. It's a very active, deeply purposeful calling described here.
Okay, so with that kind of intense, time-sensitive commitment, it does start to explain why the source is so blunt about giving very little attention to frivolities or worldliness or the many social amenities.
Mm-hmm.
It might sound a bit extreme at first, but you see the logic, given what they believe the stakes are. What's the text arguing about the cost of, getting distracted?
Well, it's basically presenting a kind of zero-sum game, meaning every moment spent on frivolities is seen as a moment lost for the great work.
Okay.
If time really is short and the work is immense, then anything that pulls your attention away, no matter how, normal or appealing it seems.
It's an obstacle.
It's viewed as an obstacle, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the call is to press along the line, engaging heartily in the work. It's not about passively waiting.
No, it sounds like vigorous, focused effort.
Very much so. And the reward they talk about, it isn't material wealth or anything like that.
It's the approval of our master, his well done, good and faithful servant.
Exactly. That signifies the ultimate validation, recognition for a life lived according to this specific stated purpose. It's about achieving a kind of lasting significance, an existential well done, perhaps.
So, wrapping this up, reflecting on this deep dive, the source really lays out a stark picture, a singular focus on purpose, and actively avoiding distractions.
It really does. And if we step back and think about it more broadly, it certainly makes you wonder, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, it prompts us to maybe ask ourselves, what is our personal harvest? That thing demanding our dedicated effort, the work that feels truly essential for us.
And following that logic.
And what frivolities or distractions might we be, maybe inadvertently, letting eat up our own limited daytime? Our own window of opportunity?
Those are definitely powerful questions to reflect on. Really gives you something to think about. We really encourage you to mull those over. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive today.